Now George Springer, who as mentioned has already homered in this game. And Springer drills it to deep left center, and he's done it again.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Will Leach. Today is Friday, July 4th. Happy Independence Day. It is my job to tell you everything you need to know about baseball today and to do it in under 10 minutes. It is also my job to ask you right now to look down at your hands. Please count the number of fingers you currently have. Maybe 10, maybe less. Maybe if you're Antonio Alfonseca, more. Just make sure you have settled on the correct number. Okay, do you have that number? Okay, here's the most important part. We have to make sure when we come back to you after the weekend that the number of fingers you currently have is the same number you have then when you listen to the next episode. Do you think you can do that? Same fingers now, July 4th celebrators, as you have then.
George Springer walked and scored in the first. Well hit ball to right center field. It's gone. Right on cue. George Springer with some more damage.
On September 6th, 2016, the Cubs hadn't won a World Series since 1908. The best-selling album in the country was by Drake. And my son, who now has a deep voice and a thin, wispy little mustache, was freaking 5. It's a long time ago, is what I'm trying to say. That day was also the last day that the Toronto Blue Jays held sole possession of first place in the American League East. That is, until today. George Springer went 3 for 4 with 2 homers. He was actually 8 for 14 for the series. And Yankee starter Schmidt left after 3 innings with right forearm tightness. As the Blue Jays finished off their stirring 4-game sweep of the Yankees with an 8-5 win. It's actually the first time the Jays have ever swept a 4-game set over the Yankees in Toronto. The Jays came into their series 3 games behind the Yanks. They now find themselves, astoundingly, 1 game up and in first place.
I feel good. I'm happy that we won. I think we're in a good place as a team. It takes all 26 guys in that locker room to help us win. So, a huge night for us, but on to tomorrow.
Meanwhile, matters got real dark real fast for the Yankees. Not only did they lose their status atop the division for the first time since April 13th, they may have lost yet another starter in Schmidt, whose fastball velocity was down considerably before he left after the third. He's been key to the Yankees all season, putting up a 3.32 ERA in 14 starts. And now the second place Yanks may be without him for a while. Jays happy? Yanks sad. That's baseball, Susan.
Look, it's no fun going through it. It sucks when you get your kicked in a division rival series, but we're ready-made for this, and we will get through this. We obviously know we need to play better, but we will stick together through this, and we know this week's coming for us. We know this time is coming for us, and it'll make us stronger, especially as we rally together. So,
how about the other New York City team everyone has been freaking out about all week?
Ground ball right side. Monasterio can't get it. Base hit. And the Mets take the lead. Marte scores. Lindor to third. Soto hit it just beyond the reach of the diving Monasterio. He drives in the go-ahead run. And the Mets lead it 2-1. Now Alonso drives one to the gap in left center. And that ball is off the wall. In to score comes Lindor. Soto to third. Alonso steps into second with an RBI double.
The Mets came into Thursday having just snapped a 4-game losing streak, but still having put up the worst record in all of baseball since June 13th. They were also facing their former starter Jose Quintana, whom they let go to Milwaukee in the offseason, a pitcher who came into Citi Field on Thursday with the second best road ERA in all of baseball. That's trouble a-brewing. But then in the 6th inning of a 1-1 game, 2 of the Mets' biggest stars, they came through. Juan Soto broke the tie with a single, and Pete Alonso followed up with an RBI double of his own, giving the Mets all the runs they would need in a 3-2 win over the Brewers. They actually got a great start from David Peterson, who gave up just 1 earned run in 6 2/3 innings, becoming the first Mets starter to throw 6 or more innings in more than 2 weeks. Day after Mets fans were showering their heroes with boos, The Mets ended up winning the series over a team they now lead in the wild card standings by 1.5 games. There's still some freaking out for those two NYC fan bases to do in the coming days. They do, after all, have 3 games against each other coming up this holiday weekend. Gird thy tabloid back page loins. After the break, James Wood, he seems pretty happy to be in the home run derby.
Oh, he's going to lace one to left, heading for the wall. See you later. James Wood, number 23.
Well, get used to that sound. On the day that James Wood joined Cal Raleigh and Ronald Acuna Jr. as participants in the upcoming home run derby, the Nationals' budding star went cuckoo banana pants on the field, going 5 for 5 with a homer, 2 RBIs, and runs scored as the Nationals won their series over the Tigers, that team with the best record in the American League, with a 11-7 victory. Pitchers come in a little slower during the derby for Wood than they did Thursday, but they're still going to hit him pretty far. We had 10 games on Thursday night, and we've got room in our gullet for all 10. It's time for the whip around. Walk-off alert.
Fly ball center field. Thomas back some more, reaches out and he makes the catch. Porter will tag. Ball game. Cubs win.
Baseball fans got to enjoy 19 consecutive half innings of scoreless baseball at gorgeous Wrigley Field Thursday until Matt Shaw hit a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 10th to give the Cubs a 1-0 victory over the Guardians that sent Cleveland to its 7th straight loss.
1-2 is cut on and missed. Nothing but heaters. That's a punch out for Yuri Perez. There's one away.
Yuri Perez, for the first time since coming back on June 9th from Tommy John surgery, looked like the lightning arm the Marlins have been waiting for, tossing 6 scoreless innings as those Marlins beat the Twins 4-1. It's 4th straight series win for the Marlins, who have won 9 of 10 now. Meanwhile, the Twins, they haven't won a series in more than a month. The day after Spencer Schwellenbach hit the IL with a fractured elbow, the Braves' misery continued with a not particularly competitive 5-1 loss to the Angels at Truist Park. Braves fell back to 4th place, looking up at the Marlins again. Meanwhile, the Angels made it back to 500. And they, unlike the Braves, are not looking up at the Marlins. Robbie Ray struck out 7, walked 1, gave up 3 hits, and threw a complete game for a depleted Giants bullpen as they beat the Diamondbacks 7-2. These two division rivals won't play each other again until after Labor Day, so be kind of curious to see where they're both still hanging out in the division by then. You gotta love watching Dustin May pitch, and it's not entirely because of his hair, though it's kind of because of his hair. May was as good as he has been for many a moon for the Dodgers on Thursday, taking a perfect game into the 6th inning of what ultimately was a 6-2 win over the White Sox, completing a series sweep. The Mariners were in an enviable spot in the 9th inning Thursday, down 3-2 to the Royals, but with runners on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out, and Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh coming to the plate against Carlos Estevez in his 2nd inning of work. The crowd was roaring. I think the dugout trident was glowing. And then Rodriguez struck out. Raleigh grounded out, and the game was over. Royals win. Well, nevertheless. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. The Rockies have won their 20th game. Yep, the Rockies assured that they will not become the first team in MLB history to finish the season with a win total in the teens with their 7-6 win over the Astros. Could 30 wins be next? Tune in to MLB.tv over the next 2 months, probably, to find out. That's all for today's Morning Lineup Podcast. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to give us a rating and review and tell everyone you know about this podcast. Enjoy your 4th of July holiday, and I'm serious about keeping all of those fingers, okay?